Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Hi, Jeff.
That was some dramatic music.
I was very dramatic, but
We do have some dramatic weather though
we
rolling in.
do
We do
have.
have tornado warnings. Nathan Shutt, I believe, is he on the air or is about to be
He
on the air,
broke
right?
in, yeah.
Yeah, he's on the air, and so that's for Guernsey County, as you could see in the Cambridge area. That's in effect until 9:02 this evening. It's eight, or I'm sorry, is it 9:02 or 9:20? 9:30, I think, actually. I just looked it up.
And expires in 21 minutes.
Okay. But that storm definitely has a lot of rotation. I'm just looking at it on my radar. You can maybe, if you want to zoom in a little bit, Amanda, into the just to the west of Cambridge, into Adamsville. That's where it seems to be the circulation is right now. If you're in the Combolton area, it looks like there you can make it out right there. I don't know if you can maybe draw on there where we're seeing the circulation, just to the it's right near Adamsville. It looks like right now, and it's just right there on the border of that red polygon. Here it is, right there. That's where we're looking at the rotation. That appears to be headed right towards Kimbolton. So if you're in Kimbolton, especially north of Cambridge, I'd be taking cover right now.
Yeah. This has already seen, I'm pretty sure, a tornado or rotation. So it has the ability to produce something. It's had a nice couplet. It recycled.
This is a radar. I was just looking at it. It is a radar indicated tornado. It's not one that has been spotted, at least. But if you're in the path of this, and again, you could see that where you circled there. Just that's where the moving right towards Kimbolton. That's where the circulation is at the current time. Getting a lot of people asking, questions about elsewhere in the area, but right now that's Guernsey County that is under the tornado warning. So that red polygon that you see there, that red box, is a tornado warning. And what you're seeing there is this is the velocity scan of the radar. And what's difficult for this is it's coming from the Pittsburgh radar and it's shooting up into the air. So what you may be seeing is more rotation higher up in the storm. It's hard to get the lower levels of the storm with this, but that's definitely showing rotation in this storm, which is right now moving towards Kimbolton. And I don't know if you could put a track on that, Amanda. I was looking at a track here. It would be near Kimbolton a little after 9 o'clock, maybe not between 9:05 and 9:10. It looks like on it's in about 11 minutes. Yeah, that's a good track there. So that would be north of Cambridge. But if you're in Guernsey County, that storm definitely means business.
Yeah.
So let's see. Some other people were asking about some other areas. I don't know if you want to maybe just turn on the regular radar.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda's in control of the pilot. I'm at home, so
Jeff's just along for the ride.
Yeah, it was. I was ready to hit the sack, but I was looking at the radar, and you guys are breaking in, so I figured may as well join. So yeah, there's the tornado warning. Now let's move on over. If you can maybe move on over, because some folks were asking about other portions of the area over the Caddis. There's a severe thunderstorm warning. You can see the rain and thunder in the Wintersville area. Could be some hail with that storm coming out of Harrison County, moving into Jefferson County. You can see the hail size estimated maybe at 3/4 of an inch and winds up to 60 miles per hour with that storm. So there is a lot going on there. We have all these warnings. We have these flood warnings going on. So the screen is definitely getting busy. But I guess, the two big areas of concern, if you're in the path of that storm, also get away from windows. But the storm moving into Guernsey County, that has had a history of we were watching it coming just north of Zanesville, the couplet on that, as you were saying, it where the wind is basically going And I don't know if you could turn it back, maybe the velocity,
Mm-hmm.
but what you're seeing is basically where the wind is moving towards the radar site and then moving away. So where you see um, that brownish kind of color there with the red and the green, so that's an indication where it's moving. The rest of the storm's moving towards, but that part's moving away, so that's indicating some rotation in that part of the storm right there. I was going to put up some of the so some people here are saying thanks for the updates, much appreciated. You are welcome, Miranda. And Kara was saying our siren is going off, so I wonder if Kara is in Guernsey County, because that is where the tornado warning is right now in Guernsey County. Let's see, Rachel was saying about lots of lightning in Amsterdam, and the other thing is the flooding. I mean, there's flooding ongoing, and we're just getting rounds and rounds of additional heavy rain. That's going to be a problem here moving forward.
Yeah.
In all these storms. So even if a lot of folks asking about different portions of the area right now, let's see, someone said Dover, Ohio, the sirens are going off. Dover is not, that's in Tuscarawas County. They aren't in that warning. That storm is south. It's headed towards Kimbolton right now in Guernsey County. It would be northern Guernsey County. Yeah, that's a look at the lightning strikes. Almost 60 lightning strikes within the past 10 minutes. So the lightning strikes are picking up. A lot of people are saying the downpours are coming in. Tamara in Richmond saying the downpours and the lightning coming in. It's been relentless, huh? Past 2 days.
Yeah, it's not going to be very good for the Ohio River going into the next couple days. We're going to have to watch that. But
yeah, did that now did those levels change at all, or they remain the same?
they're the same from what you had earlier this morning.
Yeah, they may fluctuate a little bit. I was on a call with the National Weather Service earlier, and they say that might be the higher end. It may go down a little bit because it depends on then the locks and dams start releasing water. But it looks like the river will be reaching flood stage late Wednesday night into Thursday morning, cresting in many locations Thursday morning, and then falling below flood stage sometime Friday. But so first, it's streams and creeks, and then you get that lag effect when it comes to the Ohio River. So it's kind of interesting. It looks like there's a severe thunderstorm warning around that tornado warning. That's kind of an odd one. I don't recall ever seeing something like that. Do you?
No. Usually the thunderstorm warning comes before the tornado warning.
So it's just, that's kind of an odd setup. It's literally around the if you do have a tornado, you're looking at it, that's probably a supercell thunderstorm, and there can be some hail around the storm as well. So that's probably why that other portion's under a severe thunderstorm warning. And inside there, that red box that you see is the tornado warning. I don't know if you want to maybe zoom in real close to that area that we think where the rotation is. It's tough. I don't know if you want to turn off maybe the all the information there. So that tornado warning goes into effect until 9:30. But right there along State Route 93 near Bowdoin, which is north of Cambridge, I'd be taking shelter. And there's Kimbolton over to the right-hand side. So we said that was going to be in Kimbolton in about probably now about, looks like on I have radar scope dialed up on my phone, 9:07, or maybe just a little bit north of Kimbolton. So also Birds Run in 4 minutes. I used to have a weather watcher, Amanda, in Birds Run. His joke, his name was Levi Fosnight. His joke was like, he lives in the only place where the birds don't fly, in Birds Run. Birds Run. So with someone else, Ron just said this. I saw this Taiwan 7.4 earthquake. That was kind of crazy. And there's tsunami warnings out there in Japan. So.
And that's not.
No, that's not what we're really talking about, but I did see that.
I'd rather be dealing with a tornado or tsunami warning.
Yeah. Let's see. We got some brief power out in Wellsburg, according to Matthew, lightning and thunder. And let's see. Ryan says that he thinks the severe thunderstorm warning was issued before tornado warning. Okay, well, that sort of makes sense. You know what, though? I could have swore that tornado warning was up first.
I think so too.
Yeah. So we still see that rotation. There was also another, that other warning that we had in Harrison County did expire. If you want to zoom out a little bit. And so the only warnings that we have right now are in Guernsey County for the and actually it's clipping southern Tuscarawas County when it comes to the a severe thunderstorm warning, and that also gets into a little bit of northern Noble County. Some people, okay, we got a couple. Bobby's asking, how's Jefferson County? Yeah, we do have a tornado watch, and the difference, between a watch and a warning. So this is a perfect example. Everyone is under the tornado watch. I don't know if you have that graphic handy, Amanda. Somewhere in there.
I have the severe thunderstorm one. Hold on, let me do a little digging.
The tornado watch is everywhere. And what a watch, and again, a lot of people confuse watches and warnings. Remember, watches means conditions are favorable for severe thunderstorms, or in this case, tornadoes, possible tornadoes. So everyone is under the watch, but Guernsey County is under the warning. So if you're in that warned area, you need to be taking action. You need to get to your safe place right now. That safe place could be a basement. It could, if you don't have a basement, an interior room such as a bathroom. Try to stay away from windows if you're in a warm storm. So again, that storm is over Guernsey County, and it looks like they did just update it a little bit. The polygon, Amanda, they did sort of shrink it a little bit. It looks like. But that storm is getting ever so closer to Kimbolton, just maybe a little bit to the north side of Kimbolton. It's moving towards the east-northeast at about 30 miles per hour. And I'm just looking at the storm track. So, yeah, that is the updated warning. Let me see if they it's still a radar indicated.
Yeah.
So that's the latest on that, but it's just to the north, right there. And there was a, if you look too, there was a little bit of rotation. It could be some very high winds in this as well. The tricky part about this, is whether or not the storm is rotating aloft, because the radar beam's coming out of Pittsburgh, and as that beam comes up, it's shooting up in the sky because Guernsey County is pretty far away from the Pittsburgh site. Yeah. But there definitely could be some high winds in that. So a lot of people are asking, everywhere else right now, there is no imminent threat of a severe weather at the immediate time, but we definitely got to watch things, because this is the batch that, we've been talking about pretty much all day here, coming in during the evening hours, that it would have our best opportunity for seeing severe thunderstorms. And it is fine. The rain that we had earlier was heavy rain. It was lightning, thunder. It was causing flooding, but we didn't have any wind, hail, tornado aspect to it. This batch of storms here is capable of doing just that, and it is producing a tornado warning for Guernsey County. And you can see that over towards just north of Cambridge right now into Kimbolton. Where's that? I was just going to look at the right there, right where that lightning strike is. That is, if you're in that area, that is where you need to be taking some cover. And it still has a little bit of a, I was looking at on the velocity on my end here, and it does have a little bit of a couplet still with that storm.
Yeah.
Right at basically at the border of Guernsey County right there, that little notch right there. Mm-hmm. So there it is, right along, moving towards State Route 541, and also the intersection of State Route 658. That is where that circulation is taking place right now. Some people are saying, there's sirens going off, and they said it could be for the, as we get towards the 9 o'clock siren. Some of the fire departments have sirens go. Sirens are are probably not the most reliable in this day of age, not the most reliable way to get your tornado warning.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you would, collaborate on that, Amanda, but
Yeah, they're not meant to be your first resource because they're not
yeah,
meant to be heard really indoors.
yeah. I mean, in the old days, here's someone Jennifer's asking, do we have tornado sirens in weird? And I don't know that answer. I don't think so, Jennifer. But again, I mean, everyone almost these days has a phone. That's probably your best source. If there is a tornado warning, it will automatically go off on your phone, um, where your location is. So, uh, that's probably your most reliable. I wouldn't even be trying to listen for sirens of because you don't even know if it's a fire or what's going on if there's a storm.
Yeah.
We did get a report of some quarter-inch pea-sized hail. It's not too bad in Cambridge with that storm that is coming on through. That was just like an MPing report.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, not a official storm report.
Not a
I'm looking
report
on the radar
on
scope.
radar scope. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was just a recent one. Just came in right around 9 o'clock. Pea-sized hail with that. But that is getting a little closer. That circulation to Kimbolton right now. It looks like it's just going to go right to the north.
We have
Oh,
another.
then there's another tornado warned storm right now coming south of Zanesville.
Yeah.
So Noble County, you're in the path of that storm, or at least maybe down the road. Start thinking about southern Guernsey County and northern Noble County with that next warned storm. So we're definitely seeing some of these storms have some circulation to them. I was going to get into NWS chat here too. So many things to look at, Amanda.
I know there's so many things. We have rotation near Crooksville, and that's where they put that warning, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was saying right here.
Yep.
They did notice a little bit of a weakening trend in that cell in Guernsey County with the lightning diminishing as well. But yeah, that's a look at, we're looking at velocities. It's something you don't normally see on the radar, a lot of different colors, but we're trying to look for some couplets and where you see those colors change. That's where you see the lightning there is picking up though in the Steubenville area. A lot of people saying in Toronto, Northern Jefferson County and Brooke Hancock counties, it's getting rather noisy right now. But so far that storm is not producing any severe weather. A lot of people associate severe thunderstorms with loud thunder. But it's just a good old-fashioned boomer. Yeah. What we're looking for here is either high winds, hail, or tornadoes, something that can cause property damage or it can be life-threatening. But another thing with all this heavy rain that's coming through, something that can be life-threatening now that it's dark, is flash flooding. We have saturated ground. We have had way too much rain, and
just has nowhere to go.
Yeah, nowhere to go. It's like a wet sponge. Just nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
No. So yeah, that's just going to be concerned. Even in the overnight hours, if you ever come across any roadways that have water on them, make sure you do not cross. So yeah, a lot of people, everyone's asking about their particular area, like Harrison County. That storm right now in Harrison County, Mike, is to your southwest. So that bears watching. I'm not sure, what part of Harrison County you're at, but that storm in Guernsey County is moving towards the northeast. So you'll need to be on the lookout for that because it is producing a tornado warning right now. It's the circulation is near Kimbolton at the current time in northern Guernsey County. It will be moving towards just north of Freeport by 9:35 and 9:50. It's going to be between Scio and Cadiz. That storm has shown some signs of weakening though, so I'm not sure if it'll keep, if the tornado warning will continue into those areas, but that's just giving you an idea where that is headed. It'll be moving into the Freeport area around 9:30 or so, or 9:35 it looks like. So So there's the larger box that you see in the orange is the severe thunderstorm warning. The box you see in the middle there, that's the tornado warning that is highlighted in the red, and that will expire here at around 9:30 this evening. And then there's that other cell that's coming out of just south of Zanesville in the Muskingum County, which is moving in. So 2 tornado warned storms. This is in the western part of the viewing area at the current time. Lots of heavy rain.
Lots of heavy rain.
Yeah. So I was trying to get an hour. I was going to take a look at some 1 hour rain accumulations.
Let's see.
Looks like we got about an inch. Harrison County is getting hit pretty hard with rain. Mike was asking about Harrison County. Looks like within the hour, at least what I was looking at, radar estimates here between a half an inch and an inch over the last hour in much of Harrison County, especially the northern part of the county. So there's a good look at that the last hour. So you see the storms are coming out of Zanesville and Cambridge area, and then they're lifting towards the northeast. So that seems to be the corridor right now where these storms are headed. Okay, so Megan's in Cambridge. She says light rain in Cambridge. Yeah, although you are under the tornado warning, although it looks like Cambridge may have just dropped out of the warning itself. Maybe just to the no, you're Cambridge is still in the warning.
Very barely, yes.
Yeah, but based on what we're seeing, the circulation is up towards Kimbolton at the current time. That's where the radar is detecting the rotation in the storm. So that would be north of Cambridge. So, I don't want to say you're totally in the clear there in Cambridge, but because, there was some hail around Cambridge not too long ago as well. There's a pretty strong storm going through, but that rotation, which is looking weaker and weaker, is up just north of Kimbolton right now near Post Boy. I wonder if some of these actually are real towns. Post Boy. You never know what the radar is going to throw at you.
No.
Pioli. I've never heard of Pioli either. but it's there. So, yeah, those are the 2 storms right now that we're keeping an eye on. And rain, of course, is a big. Oh, Post Boy is real. Wait, Danielle said Post Boy is real. There we go. So you learn something new every day. Thunder and rain in Monroe County. Where's this? Let's see. Misty wants to know, where's the second tornado warning headed? Okay, that's a great question. So that one is south of Zanesville. They're all moving towards the northeast, it looks like. That is going to clip. I don't know if you want to put a little track on that, Amanda. It looks like, let me see. Can be some hail with that storm as well. It's moving about east-northeast about 30 miles per hour. So, yeah, that would take it in those areas on the screen there. So that would be moving maybe towards the Cambridge area, especially south of Cambridge, next 25 minutes. Old Washington, 34 minutes. Yeah, there's 2 of them back to back. And eventually that could be, if you extrapolate that you're looking at down the road at maybe Belmont County, western Belmont County towards Barnesville. But we're talking about, that's going to be after 10 o'clock by the time we get to Barnesville.
Yeah.
And, who's to say by that point that
it might just fizzle.
Yeah. Yeah. None of these, as far as I know, these are all radar confirmed.
Yeah.
Or radar indicated, I should say. Nothing is actually confirmed. No. A lot of rain, heavy rain. Which, I mean, it's bad for the flooding standpoint, but in terms of the severe weather with this line, it could have been worse, I think.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, but right now the pockets of rotation seem to be pretty small. But
it could have been very different if we got a little bit more sunshine today.
Yeah, it. So I kept on talking about that all day. People, I tell you what, people were listening to that everywhere I went. People were like, "It's still cloudy, Jeff. Still cloudy."
Yeah, still cloudy. That's what we
Yeah,
want. That's what you want.
yeah. So a lot of people. Okay, lots of thunder in St. Clairsville. So yeah, there's thunder, lightning. You can see there's lightning strikes in the St. Clairsville area right now. Jennifer said that. So yeah, there's lightning everywhere. And you look up there. Is it in northern Jefferson County? Look at all that
Yeah.
stretching back into Carrollton. Some folks are so the Toronto. I don't know if you want to zoom up into Toronto, Amanda. Maybe put on the reflectivity just to show them in Toronto. Lindsay wants to know what Toronto can expect. Right now, you're getting a lot of boomers going on, and where you see that all those lightning strikes, that's also indicating of some very heavy rain. So if you turn that's an area right there where you tend to see lightning increase in an area, and it looks like it's that area right there. Toronto up towards New Cumberland, Knoxville. That is some very heavy. That's just like a signature for very heavy rain where you see a lot of lightning bolts. So that area, and that stretches back into New Somerset, and then you get into the Carrollton area, Bergholz, northern Jefferson County, into Hancock County, and then into southern Carroll County. So these areas, everyone's under flood warnings, flood watches. I know at one point there's so many different flood products out. I think I just gave up.
Yeah, it was just one after the other.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost the point where everyone is under this flash flood warning, which that is the biggest flash flood warning I think I've ever seen.
That's what Nathan was saying when they issued it. He was like, I have never seen one that large.
Yeah, so that's a good map actually to show here for people just tuning in. So the yellow's the tornado watch. Lots of colors on this. That's everyone. Now again, a watch means conditions are favorable. It doesn't mean it's happening. The warning, that's where it's imminent and it is happening, and that's in northern Guernsey County right now. And then there's that other cell that's just showing some rotation, which is it's moving closer to Noble County. But boy, is that thing looks like it's falling apart a little bit based on what I'm looking at here. Yeah, but and then everyone under that flash flood warning for the most part. So yeah, there's those two areas. Then we're getting a better look at it right now. It's tough to find the rotation. I guess maybe under that I-77 is where you're going to find that rotation in northern Guernsey County right now, right there.
Yeah.
Just north of Kimbolton. So that, still take cover in these areas, Kimbolton, and then this is eventually heading in towards Freeport. If you're in the Freeport area, take cover as these tornado warnings continue in these areas. But they're definitely showing signs of weakening, if you ask me.
Yeah, they don't look as put together as they did before they entered our area.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the Weather Service chat. They said that tornadic circulation will likely move through northern Noble County within the next 20 minutes. Northern Noble County. So that's that one right there. So that would be going to northern Noble and southern Guernsey County, it looks like. Yeah, the problem here, you keep on seeing all these things pop out because there's just so many
things.
Alerts that are out there right now. It's just the computer is just having problems just showing all these warnings at once. What do we got there? That's it. Did they update that one?
They just updated it, I guess, to.
Boy, they think that's moving southeast. That's an interesting. There was some talk today about we'd have to watch for cells that are going to start moving southeast.
Can't really tell.
That's where the polygon's going. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's.
Boy, that's a. I mean the mean motion of the storm is to the northeast.
Mm-hmm.
We get it. Nathan's on the air still, I guess, right?
Yeah. I would assume so. Oh, he's right. He's
Yeah, I see him right there. I
you
could
see
like
him?
add him.
You can add him in. Should I add him to the stage?
Would we hear him?
I don't. Let's see. Let's just add him.
Nah, he hasn't. He doesn't have his mic. He has his mic on, so he's on the air right now. So if you're watching on the air,
There's a
you'll be
behind the
seeing.
scenes.
Yeah, this is behind the scenes of what Nathan is doing right now. So he's over at Max. He's also looking at the NWS chat right now.
Nathan's doing it all at the moment. He's on your TV.
He probably went to NWS chat. The reason why I'm going to NWS chat because I'm curious why we have a
Yeah, why it's going
southeast. That's a confusing one. I don't like, maybe we could turn on the velocity. We could see. I can turn on here. I guess I do see that couplet there, but I don't understand why it's moving. To me, it's moving to the northeast. I don't know why they drew the polygon in that area.
just
what was
to
that?
encompass like a little bit more south of the area. Maybe they think.
Yeah, perhaps.
But
They are. They are. I don't know if you've noticed the warned area is getting very small too.
Yeah, they've made it skinnier but longer.
Shorter duration and shorter because this warning is only going out to it goes out to 9:20. Oh, no, that was issued at 9:20. 9:19. Why on my end I'm looking on radar scope. I don't know why it doesn't have the it's hard to tell when they expire. These warnings
in effect until 9:30.
Okay, so that's a very short duration.
Yeah.
So yeah, everyone else right now, I know we're getting a lot of questions, but if you're in the western part of the viewing area, this is where these little tiny red boxes. This is where we're seeing circulation. Can we expect that storm in Toronto? So a lot of people want to know, Kevin. So, I mean, eventually, maybe, but by that time, you're looking way on out there. Yeah, that would be at least an hour from now.
Yeah.
And there's no guarantee it's going to keep that rotation. Yeah.
So right now, Toronto, you're just seeing a lot of rain and a lot of lightning.
Yeah, and a lot of people saying flooding. Here's Rusty saying Noble, Belmont County line storming and flooding. There's probably a lot of flooding out there. I mean, there's been flooding all day, and we just keep on getting hit with rounds and rounds of rain.
Yeah.
So it's not good news. Now you see, it's kind of interesting that we see all these lightning strikes up there. That's where we've had some of the heavier rain, but now it looks like some of the reflectivity maybe not quite as strong.
It's died down
a little bit, but it's funny how some of these storms pulsate.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of odd. These are, like typically your tornado warned storms are typically storms that get out ahead of like a line. To see a tornado warned storm like this,
it's like behind and if not in,
is odd.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're picking up on rotation. Again, we were talking about if you're just tuning in, the radar beam shoots out of the Pittsburgh site and goes high in the air. So what you could be looking at is rotation aloft more so than near the surface in some of these areas. So, but they're picking up on the rotation. That's why they have these warnings. And I also think that's why they have them in these small areas. Now that cell that is over northern Guernsey County still, it will be moving towards Caddis by about 10 p.m. So you can see Freeport 9:35, and so 9:35 in Freeport, and then Caddis about a half hour from now, close to 10 o'clock. And then there's Hopedale in 39 minutes. So, again, we're extrapolating out over time, but It's a very small area of rotation is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
None of these. I'm still looking at none of these. That little warning is going to expire in 2 minutes in northern Guernsey County. That one in moving into southern Guernsey and northern Noble County, that still has 17 minutes on it. Both of those are radar indicated. You know, I just clicked on the warning though, Amanda, and it said that that does say it's going to expire at 9:30.
Oh, we'll see what they do after it expires. I'm sure they'll put another one.
That'll be interesting. It's such a small area. No other locations. There's a lot of people asking. Yeah, you're seeing a lot of lightning. You're hearing a lot of thunder, and you're getting a lot of heavy rain. For many, I think this is more of a flooding concern, and even into the nighttime here with these storms, because it's, you know, the rain on top of rain and top of more rain. So
just a lot of rain. And then, of course, your lightning. Yeah, that's definitely died down with the amount of lightning bolts. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. And it, you know, it corresponds. You see the lightning bolts dropping off, and then you see the reflectivity drop off a little bit too.
Yeah.
I guess we could take Nathan off of here.
Yeah, Nathan.
We don't need to.
Nathan's busy on your TV screens.
Okay, so let's see. Kayla wants to know, where's the storm south of 70 now? So, okay, well, that's that warning is no longer in effect.
Nope, I just dropped it.
Yeah. And then that other one,
still
in
going.
a minute.
In a minute,
I'm sure they're going to drop. So, you know, just from looking at things, it does look like, yeah, it does look like these storms are weakening that have prompted these warnings, these tornado warnings in Guernsey County. So that is some good news.
Yeah, there is no tornado. We haven't had a tornado.
Yeah. Again, just a lot of people are asking, like, okay, where's the tornado going to hit? There's no, I hear like Vanessa. There's no real confirmation of a tornado. There you go, 9:30 that expired. So I don't want to say we're totally in the clear here from tornado standpoint, but in terms of a whole lot of rotation, we're not seeing a whole lot of that right now. Those storms that were warned, there was no real tornado anywhere that we know of. They were just radar indicated that there could be a tornado, so that's why those warnings were put out there. Yeah. But that doesn't, so there is really no tornado. No. Someone said we forgot about Belmont County. I don't think so. Belmont County, there it is. Belmont County's right there, and there's, I mean, everyone is seeing heavy rain, lightning, and thunder, right?
Yeah, across the board, we're gonna be dealing with flooding. We have heavy rain. We have some thunder out there. At the moment, we don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings out. We don't have any tornado warnings out. So no tornadoes.
Yeah.
That we know of.
Yeah, here's someone said, okay, here's a good, I don't know if you want to put up that tornado watch. So Nicole says the Weather Channel app issued a tornado watch for Amsterdam. So the entire area, and maybe Amanda can go through the controls there and show you. So the entire area is under a tornado watch. Difference between a watch is the ingredients are favorable for tornadoes. This is until 2 a.m. Wednesday. They may expire this before that. I'm sure they will. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean there's tornadoes. It means conditions are favorable. I don't know. Could you pull up the old? Do we have the old taco explainer in there?
I was trying to find? Is it in
I think it's
explainers?
either severe. I think it's in the severe folder. It's either severe or explainers, but I think it's in the severe folder. So a watch, no matter what type of weather, a tornado watch means conditions are favorable for severe weather, which could include tornadoes. If a warning is issued, like we were showing you, those small areas where there was some rotation, that's where you need to take cover. But if you're under a watch, that doesn't mean you're getting a tornado. It just means ingredients are there. Go about your day, but stay weather aware. So that's the difference between a watch and a warning. Some other folks were asking about the Ohio River. So I don't know if we have that graphic too.
This is the one I found. I don't know where the taco one is.
The taco one. Okay, well the taco one was the that's the fun one where it's I think Nathan just added himself.
I think so too, because hi Nathan, we can't hear you if you're talking to us.
Oh, now we.
I just let you guys go.
We're looking for the tacos.
Where's the taco graphic, Nathan?
I'm not sure where the taco graphic is.
It's either it may be an explainers, but anyhow. So if you have all the ingredients to make tacos, that's a watch. When you have your finished product, that's the warning. So that's how you remember the difference between watches and warnings. And so watch, be prepared, conditions are favorable. Warning means you need to take cover, take action. And if there's ever a tornado warning emergency, that means there probably has been a tornado spotted, a violent tornado spotted, and you really need to, take heed to that. But sometimes a lot of these tornado warnings are indicated by radar. We're picking up on rotation within the storm that doesn't, it's not guaranteeing you even a tornado, but it's best to be on the safe side if you see some of this rotation in these storms. We're talking too, these rotations, Nathan, were way out there in Guernsey County, and from the radar site in Pittsburgh, that beam shooting way up into the clouds.
Yeah, I think going to that extent too. There's the radar site out of Columbus. I think it's that they're probably using for those warnings there, but even that starts to cut off going into, like you said, towards Guernsey County and even that eastern part of Muskingum County. But yeah, it's so hard when you're shooting that high, you can overshoot some features sometimes, and it makes it tricky. I think there was it was a few years back where I think that they ended up having a tornado that was under the radar there in Muskingum County. It can be tough, but it was a pretty strong rotation there moving into Muskingum County. But it looked like nothing too strong moving into. I don't know what you guys thought, but that rotation moving through Guernsey County didn't look. Again, it's hard to tell with the radar site being so far away with respect to Muskingum County, but the rotation didn't look quite as tight through Guernsey as it did at times in Muskingum County.
We saw it sort of going towards Kimbolton.
Yeah.
And then we lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why they dropped it.
Yeah. Now here's Kimmy's saying a bunch of hype for nothing. So I don't know that this is hype here. This is just, we're passing along information as we see it. And there's a lot of flooding going on, and there's going to be flooding going on as we continue to get more rain. So we're not hyping anything up. We're just telling you as it is here.
And these storms, before they got to our area, again, if we saw more daylight today, it would have been a very different situation. But a little bit west of us, they did, in fact, see some tornadoes, or at least funnel clouds through the area. So we're not trying to hype anything up.
No. Do we have the river graphic, Amanda, you could throw up there?
Yeah, I tried to get it up, but it said I exceeded my limit of
I have it up on Max 1 if you can put it in.
Switch it over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can give
I went ahead and updated this afternoon with the current levels.
Yeah.
The crests look to be more, I think, Jeff, it was more looking morning this morning, Thursday morning. It looks to be more afternoon.
I see that, yeah.
Is what the forecasted crest was looking at it this afternoon. The level of crest didn't really change too much from the forecast from this morning into this afternoon.
Yeah, but it jumped a ton from yesterday, right? I mean,
Yeah.
yesterday it was below flood stage, and now we're looking at above flood stage. So some locations is moderate flooding. This is going to affect Wheeling Island, the Wheeling area, and really up and down, either minor to moderate flooding over the next few days. So it's always that trickle down effect. You get the streams and creeks that flood, and then you get the rivers to flood as a couple of days later, a little bit of a lag.
I remember one of the labs we had to do in our hydrology class. We had to move the little raindrops in the boxes every day, and they would accumulate because it would be that lag effect. You wouldn't get all the rain in the river at one time. It would take a couple days for them to move down the boxes, and that's kind of the same.
Mm-hmm. So let's see, a lot of Steubenville's missing. Yeah, Steubenville, they're missing, and Powhatan Point's missing. They're just, I don't think they're accurate or gauge measurements there. I think that's the problem in those areas. Some people asking about the winds, how high they're going to be tonight. They can be high in some of these storms, but from what you're seeing, Nathan, it looks like this is just turning into a big blob of rain.
Yeah. I see they did just extend. They extended the flash flood warning, which was until 9:45, I believe. It's until 1:45 a.m. now.
Yeah, I thought they would. I was surprised they only did it till 9 p.m. or 9:30, whatever it was.
That flood warning keeps on getting it's been getting expanded all day. We are definitely not out of the woods when it comes to heavy rain.
No.
I'm just looking at what's coming upstream here, and there's still a lot of heavy rain. And I think that's really going to be, when you look back at this, that's going to be the biggest impact of this whole storm is the heavy rain.
Yeah.
But we are still under the tornado watch until 10. Till 2 a.m. That means, conditions are favorable. We have the flash flood warning that just got expanded until when? 2:45 or something?
1:45.
1:45. So those are the big warnings right now. Not a lot of wind. Let's see. We got Mark. Mark's got a report in New Athens. He hit 3.02 inches in New Athens. I don't know if that's just from today or the past 2 days. It could easily be just from today. So, yeah, I think there's going to be, there can. I think I saw at least one school already closed for tomorrow. There can be school closings because of flooding, and road closings. There's a lot of those. So that's the big moving forward. That's the big. Mike shared. He has the link there. We have that. We were sharing that too with this graphic online. That you can go to the link to the Weather Service for the updated river information, where it's currently at and where it's going to crest. So, it's a look at the river. Someone say Buckeye schools are closed. 2 hour delay. Yeah, so they're having some school closings already that are starting to come on in and delays and such. You guys have anything else to add? Not. I'm gonna crawl into bed.
Yeah, you gotta head.
My alarm's gonna go off in a few hours. It was funny. I was texting you guys. It was like everything, and then I was like in bed. I was ready to put my phone off, and they're like, "Yeah, we're gonna do it." So I was like, "Oh, I'll jump on." So this is fun. This is about as close as we can get all three of us together, even though we're not in the same spot. So, I mean, the big thing is going to be high water, really moving forward. What's off to the west of that? The cold front's still way off to the west. There's a little bit. It is picking up a little bit out there, but I was talking to Amanda. Typically if you're going to see like tornadoes spin up, it's going to be out ahead of a line. You're not going to see. To me, it was kind of odd. Well, I guess once everything congealed there into that blob of rain, it is kind of odd to see it on the back end of that. You're typically you're seeing like in Charleston, West Virginia earlier today. There was that it was on that line. It was the leading edge of the line. That's where you're going to typically see some of these spin ups occur. So you don't want to say it's totally out of the woods when it comes to tornadoes, but
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe here by 10 o'clock or so they cancel it. I can't see them continuing it until 2 a.m.
Yeah. No, I don't. Well, especially this northern, maybe the southern extent more so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were almost. I was looking at an analysis. There were almost like there were two warm fronts. There was like where the deep moisture was a little bit further south, and then the overhead. But we did have dew points in this around 60, I think, right? This afternoon, I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we managed to have those dew points get just into the 60s.
Yeah, some folks are saying it's pouring in St. Clairsville. So Renee's saying so. Yeah, it's going to be the issue. Just heavy rain. It's just a stormy night out there. Just not a good night on the roadways.
Yeah, no. Definitely be prepared in the morning for some floody roads.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if, like you said, if you live in a flood-prone area, I would have a way to get any type of warning if it happens to be issued. I know there's a flash flood warnings already in effect for a lot of the area, but in the event of any type of flash flood emergency would happen to be issued, this is, like you said, this is some pretty heavy rain yet to come tonight, and that the soil just can't soak up any more rain. This stuff's just running off. So I think ultimately the flooding is definitely more of a concern than the severe weather that we had.
Yeah. And it's, we're getting our monthly rainfall, our average monthly rainfall here in 2 days, the first 2 days of the month. So that's kind of wild.
Yeah.
You get all that rain and it's leading to stream and creek flooding. And then down the road here, it's going to lead to the Ohio River rising and flooding as well. A lot of people are here's where this is the. I think I'm going to show this one and listen to Rachel.
I found the watch and warning graphic, by the way.
What the talk? There we go.
There it is.
There we go. Can you explain the watches and warnings?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, we got cupcakes. I thought they were tacos.
They're cupcakes.
That's right. I made them. See, I'm so tired. I don't even know what's going on. I got my food mixed up.
Yep. So the watches, you have all the ingredients there.
Yep.
The warning, the cupcake is made.
Yeah. So that's an easy way to remember watches and warnings. So if you see you are under a tornado watch, that means conditions have been favorable. The ingredients are there, but nobody's putting it in the oven. Nothing's baking. So that's why there are no warnings at the current time. Earlier, we had some warnings for a few places, but not the case right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of, I had a feeling that, a lot of people were thinking that we're just going to get like everyone was going to see tornadoes or something today.
Mm-hmm.
That was never really the expectation.
No.
It's just that, like we were saying, with the ingredients, they were all there. And what we were talking about too, how the cloud cover really helped us out this afternoon. It didn't really go sunny for a long duration of time. So when this batch of storms rolled in, that sort of helped things out. But water. Flooding is going to be an issue.
Yes. Lots of.
I'm going to listen to Rachel's advice, and I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, good. Thanks for joining, Jeff.
You're welcome. So I'll remove my. I don't know if you guys are going to continue or what you're doing. You going to end it?
Yeah, we'll probably end it.
Probably wrap up. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much to talk about at the moment. If anything changes, of course, we'll hop back.
This has been fun. Let's do it earlier next time.
Yes. And you gotta come into work in like 4 hours.
Okay.
All right.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Where's Galway? Galway, you want to say hi? My dog's asleep.
That's when you
Yes.
know you should be sleeping.
Yeah, that's right. Who's gonna hit the end button?
I'll hit it. All right.